What's going on, Start Talk About Life listeners? I appreciate every single one of you that are listening to me right now. If you're listening to me on my Feel the Beat web radio station, thank you for getting up so early in the morning at 6 a.m. to support me and listen to this episode. Thank you. If you're listening to me on any of my other platforms, I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to press the play button and support. It means so much, and you all are amazing. If you are already subscribed to my podcast, thank you so much for everything that you do. If you would love to um, subscribe to this podcast, I would appreciate it. It is $3.99 a month, and I would appreciate all of it. Thank you. Um, if you are not familiar with my Feel the Beat web radio station, I created the station because I'm a music lover. If you're new here, I'm a music lover. I love music, love all genres of music. Um, I've been into music since I was a little girl. My father's side of the family, everyone plays instruments. My father played guitars professionally. He's done a lot. And I'm assuming that's where I get the music, the love of music from, was my father's side um, of the family. So, yeah, I love music. So I created a space so that other music lovers could join. It's 24 hours a day. All you have to do is just type in Feel the Beat web radio and the station should come up. I'll get the exact name for you in just a second. But if you are on my TikTok, then all you have to do is just press the link in my bio and it'll take you right to it. Also, if you are on my YouTube, there's a link in my bio and you could just click that link and it'll take you right to the station. Let me see. Let me get that exact web address for you. So that you could join just whenever you want to. Um, while I'm looking that up, on Sundays I play gospel music from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I've been doing this since last April. Last April was the launch of my station. And in the past, I've had some guest DJs on, um, which I no longer have guests on. But yeah, it's something that I started doing a while back, and something I really enjoy. Because, like I said before, I'm a music lover. All right, so it's feelthebeatradio.webradiosite.com. It'll take you directly to the station. And yeah, you could just join in, listen to some music. Music can make you feel good. It can make you think. It can take you back, take you down memory lane, all that good stuff. So yeah, music is just near and dear to my heart. And yeah, now that I've gotten that out, I want to talk about jealousy, envy. I want to talk about the jealousy, especially when it comes from people you know or your family. I think it hurts a little more when it comes from your family and people that are not used to people talking about them or hating on them or judging them or just being harsh to them. People that are not used to that would not be able to relate. Actually, they would probably be like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" Especially people that are really close to their families and friends. Like, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" I came from another side of the tracks where the hate and judgment is just so real. So real. And for some reason, that skipped me because I've never been that type. Never been a hater. Never been judgmental. None of that. Actually, I'm the person that's like loving on people and being friendly and, trying to see if I can help and things like that. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal at all. So if anyone thought that, that is not what I'm doing. But I'm just making a point that sometimes you can be born into a family and it just feels like you were born into the wrong family. I know someone else out there can relate to what I'm saying. And then when I say this, it's not the entire family. It's just, certain ones. And it can be your spouse as well. Um, I was having a conversation with someone this morning, and this particular person had the nerve to say to me, now, for you all that don't know, I am getting ready to graduate in a few months with my master's degree. I've been on this educational journey for a minute, and I feel accomplished. I'm excited. I'm blessed. And no matter what career I accept, no matter what area I decide to go in, I will commit the rest of my life to helping people in one way or another. Like, that's what I plan on doing. That's my purpose. Even if it's just speaking, even if it's encouraging, if it's counseling, whatever I can do to help someone else or to keep someone else from going through what I went through. If it's to help teenage girls not to go down the road I went down, whatever the Most High leads me to do, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So now that I've gotten that out the way, I'm a humble person. Always been. Excuse me. So I was having a conversation this morning, and the person told me that I'm getting ready to receive my little master's degree and possibly my little doctorate's degree. So it didn't surprise me because of the person that said it, but I wasn't ready. If that makes sense. I wasn't ready for that conversation. I wasn't ready for that. Now, when someone has the balls, the nerve to say that to you, clearly they've been holding that inside. Clearly, they don't like you. Let's just get that out. They don't rock with you. And anytime any of your accomplishments become little, all of a sudden, your little degree, your little job, your little career, things like that, when people throw little in front of whatever they're trying to say to you, it sounds like jealousy to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And I just sometimes I'm left speechless at the things that people say. Now, I know whatever people say is not my business. It's their business. It's their problem. However they're feeling Whatever they're going through is their business. You can feel how you feel. You can have an opinion, all of the things. Everyone is entitled to an opinion. However, when it turns to throwing jabs at people, criticizing people, making fun of people, trying to make people feel small, trying to make them feel like their accomplishments are nothing, things like that, it's very bothersome to me. And the old me would have been in my feelings. I'll admit I was a little upset, but the old me would have been extra. I would have been really in my feelings. But the new me, I sat in it for a minute, thought about it, and then I moved on. And now I'm here talking about it. And I speak of these things because I know that out of all of the people in the world, I am not the only one that has dealt with or is dealing with someone that is supposed to love you, someone that is supposed to encourage you and be there for you, uplift you, support you. I'm not the only one that's, around people that are not happy for you. But I will say this. If you have gone through that situation, or if you are going through it now, let that roll off of you like water. Because clearly it's something about you and your light that is intimidating the hell out of them to the point that they have to belittle you and make you feel bad. They're deflecting. So however they're feeling, if they're feeling like they're not accomplished or if they're feeling low in their lives, they're trying to deflect that on you and make you feel bad. And when you're dealing with people like that, you have to, if you're in a situation where you can't completely leave them alone, you have to deal with them with a long handle spoon. Those conversations now have to be cut short because now we don't have anything to talk about. We'll talk about the important things that need to be talked about, but now the conversation is going to be cut short because now I know how you really, really feel. And the craziest thing to me is when people get in arguments and fights and all of a sudden they want to let you know how they feel about you. Now all of this built up drama and trash that they've been feeling about you all of this time is going to come out. And once it's over, once everything has settled down, of course they're going to come back and say, I was just mad. I'm sorry. Try to apologize. You accept that apology and stand on business with people. Handle them with a long handle spoon. Because now at this point, there's no conversation unless it's cordial or if there's an absolute reason that you have to speak to them. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. And I tell you what, like I said, it bothered me a little. I will never, I would never allow anyone to make me feel less than for anything that I have accomplished. I bust my butt for years to earn all of my degrees. I lost sleep many nights. It was nights I had to deal with my children, my young children, and do my schoolwork. I had to study. I even went in labor and was doing my schoolwork while I was in labor in the hospital. When I had my daughter, the in between time when I was trying to recover, I was doing my schoolwork. I was dedicated to getting my degree. I was dedicated to making time for what was important to me. Because for so many years, I took care of everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody, everyone. Some people may give me credit and some may not, but it's okay. It's okay. Because I know what I did. I took care of everyone. Not only financially, emotionally. I was there for people when they were going through. They didn't know what I was going through. They didn't know that, I had my own issues. They didn't know that I was having issues in my marriage. They didn't know that my children were acting up. They didn't know. I was having issues on my job. They didn't know what was going on with me because I didn't run and tell everybody what I was dealing with. I was the strong one. But I tell you, when you have a strong friend or a strong family member, you need to check on them sometimes. Because even though it may look like they have it all figured out or they don't need anything, that is not always the case. They just don't want to bother anyone. Especially when you open up to people, try to confide in people, and it's like they push you away and make you feel like, they're uninterested in what you're talking about, or they leave you on red. They don't have anything to say. It makes you shut down. I know it made me shut down for a long time. And I just decided to just keep everything in. But I know now that through having this podcast and me sharing some things that I've gone through in my life, it's going to help someone else. I know that the Most High did not take me through all of the things that I went through just for me to sit on it and be quiet. Some things I have to speak on because I know someone needs to hear it. I've gotten over the judgment factor of being afraid to speak because I'm thinking people are going to judge me or they're going to laugh at me or whatever because of what I went through. That doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care about that because you're laughing at me and pointing fingers at me. You better hope you don't have to go through that. So don't cast judgment on anyone, especially when they're opening up and they're sharing things, because you have no idea how much courage it takes for someone to open up and say, this happened to me or that happened to me. For someone to open up and share their life and tell you what they went through to prevent someone else from going through it. I didn't get to this age that I am now and get all the way here, obtain all the wisdom and knowledge that I have to just sit back and not help someone else. I'm going to speak on this podcast. And hopefully what I say will motivate, uplift, and encourage someone else. And I know everything that I talk about is not going to be for everyone. I know everyone is not going to get what I'm saying. You're not going to understand what I'm saying if you haven't been there. But there's so many people that have, and they're too afraid to speak. They're still in darkness. I was there. I know what it's like to just be quiet and not say anything, not talk about anything, and just feel like you're the only one that's going through things or that particular situation. Or to feel like you should just keep your mouth closed because people don't really care anyway. That was just me being negative. So when I started this podcast 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, and I started my YouTube over 3 years ago, my sole mission was, of course, to be positive, to speak positive things, to uplift someone else, and let them know no matter what you're going through in your life, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You may have lost hope. You may have lost faith. You may think that help is not coming. You may even think the Most High has forgotten about you. Because if I'm honest, in some situations, it will feel like that. I've felt that way. I've been there. I felt like everyone had forgotten about me. The Most High had forgotten about me and everything. But going through this journey, I've realized that the entire time He's been there. The Most High has never left me. But the things that I went through was necessary for me to get to this point. This is why I would not let family, friends, or anyone make me feel less than for earning a degree or trying to put me down or belittle me for wanting more out of life. And you have to excuse me for being emotional right now, but sometimes I just sit and think the audacity of some people. Everyone has something that they should be working on. Everyone. No one is perfect. So instead of putting down someone else for doing good, for doing good in life, for one more out of life, for putting down people, you should be working on your life and making sure that you're accomplishing your goals and that you're getting to where you need to be. I just could not see myself being negative and belittling people and putting them down, regardless how I feel about them. Because let's be honest, if you don't like people, you shouldn't be around them. Point blank, period. Like, you shouldn't even be around them at all. If you do not like them or you can't stand them for one reason or another, like, you shouldn't even be around them. But me personally, I just couldn't see myself doing that. So that's why I said the audacity of some people to feel like you sit high and look low and you can judge people or have the nerve to call their accomplishments little, like it's nothing. And I will add this too. Let me say this. The person that said that to me didn't even go to high school. This person didn't even make it to high school. You're calling my degree little, but you didn't even make it to high school. That is why I said the audacity of some people. And even though they didn't make it to high school, I've never judged them, never said one thing bad about them, never looked at them as less than or anything, because that's not me. I know that some of the most intelligent people, some of the most wealthiest people didn't go to high school or they didn't finish. I know this. But I don't know. I think that's what kind of made me laugh at the situation now, because it's like the more I think about it, it sounds like jealousy a little bit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And sometimes you have to look at people like that, not just in this situation, like any situation. People that are being weird to you, people that are being rude to you, um, they're working overtime to make you feel less than. Um, Look at where you are in life and look at where they are. Just look. The people that aren't doing so well or haven't had, a good life, those are majority of the people that will sit around and judge people and try to put them down and, make them feel bad. Yeah. Just look at them and just think about it. And sometimes you have to say, okay, okay, I get it. I get it. In the back of your mind, you saying, I know that you wish it was you. That's what you say in the back of your head. Don't say that out loud. Don't say it out loud because it's going to create an issue. But I know some people will. But for the most part, I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I am having a good day. My day started out a little rocky, but we determine the day that we have. The mind is very powerful. And I could have very easily sat in the BS conversation and been sad all day and hurt and thinking about what they have going on. But I decided to do other things that are productive, including create this episode. And yes, I broke down a little bit. I'm human. I broke down a little bit because I just don't believe, the things that come out of people's mouths sometimes. It's pretty rough. But I'm a positive person. And I see the good in people. And even though that person feels that way about me and had those things to say, I still have love for them. But I know how to handle them. I don't want anyone in my energy and around me that feels that way about me. So I'll just have to move accordingly. And that's not going to change me. It's not going to change my character. I am still going to be me. I'm still going to thrive and go after the things that the Most High promised me. And whatever area that is, and wherever this path leads me, I'm ready to go. I am. So I'm going to go ahead and end today's podcast. I appreciate everyone that has taken time out to press the play button and listen to me. I thank you so, so much for all of your support, for constantly coming back. It means so, so much to me. I want you all to know that you are amazing. Don't let anybody talk you out of going after your goals. You can do it. And on that note, I want you to know that the Most High loves you. And guess what? I love you too.